coming along here. I started over by, there's a tree right here. I started over here and started poking around, and I got a hit in the 70. It was about a 76. And I dug up this little item right here. And I've already picked it up and cleaned it off. I just kind of put it back in the dirt just so you can get a look at, you know, at its size and stuff like that. But basically it looks like it's the tumbler of a padlock or something like that. The lock tumbler. It's pretty cool. First find of the day. So this yard, you can see it's, you know, it's grass is pretty short, this and that. So I want to be very careful about how I dig today. I don't want to leave any divots in their yard. So I'm putting this, all my dirt that I dig on this little towel. That way I can keep up with it and put it back in the hole without leaving a lot of remnants in the yard. I don't want it to look bad. So anyway, that's going to be my game plan. I'm going to work my way up the fence and then around the yard. I'm just going to cover every square inch while I have this opportunity. We'll just see what we find here. Might find something good. So I came along, I did one pass down this fence, and on my way back I hit something in the grass that registered about a 95. And I looked down and kicked the grass. This is what I found. Little husky flashlight. Batteries don't work on it, but hey, it's a good find, right? Let's keep looking. Alright, so working my way across the yard, I just got a hit in the 90s. It's not very deep at all. It should be right under the surface. It's right here under this little stick right here. So I'm going to start with my pinpointer. Yeah, it's a little deeper. I'm not getting anything with my pinpointer. Just going to go ahead and pop this up, see what we get. You see I'm digging very carefully, gingerly, preserving as much grass as I can. Actually, you can't see because the strap's in the way, but you get my point. I'm going to pop that grass out. All right, it's not in the plug. Right here somewhere. Actually, I think I felt it, whatever it was. Right here. And there's a coin right here. Can you see this coin? And it is a modern quarter. Modern quarter. I like these modern quarters, these newest ones they've been coming out with the last 10 or 15 years, 20 years I guess, because they have things that are unique to each state on them. I like them. They'll be good collector's items someday if they ever stop making these. Yep, okay, well, I'm going to fill my hole. Keep looking. Okay, I got a hit right here that's in the 80s. It's right under the stick. Not too excited, but it is in the 80s. So I'm gonna see if I can pull up a small plug here. Alright, nice plug. First I'm gonna see if it's in the plug. Does not appear to be. Somewhere right here on the side. Still there. I'm gonna try to go under the grass and get this if I can. Because I'm trying not to create a lot of mess in this yard because people were nice enough to let me come dig here. It's not really a house. It used to be a house, but now it's an office. And so I want to be respectful for, you know, their yard and everything. Bottle cap. A lot of bottle caps in this yard. Alright, so just going to fill my hole. put that plug back in. You will never know I was here. Never know that I was here. Unless you're just that good. Alright, so I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to go around this tree, work my way back up the sidewalk, see what I find. I just got a hit right here. Solid 85 right here under the sticks. And I want to dig this live just because I feel a lot better about this one than I have some of the other hits I've gotten. Alright. So let's dig a plug right around this stick. And once again, I'm being real careful of how, of these plugs that I make. I don't want to mess their yard up. I've said it a couple of times, but just going to emphasize that. I don't want to mess their yard up because they were nice enough to let me come here. Let's scoop some of that dirt out. See if I've gotten it out of the hole. Nope, appears to be in the hole. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get it out here. I like this little strategy I'm using of putting this dirt on the towel. I got that from my buddy Paul. He does that a lot, so and it sure does seem to help out with putting your dirt back in the hole. Looks like a squashed top to a bottle of some sort. That's what it is. No silver coins in this yard yet. Just gonna have to keep looking. That's what I say every time. Let's just keep looking. So I'm gonna fill this hole and keep looking. Alright, so I thought I was filming and I wasn't, as I keep doing by mistake. But either way, I got a hit in the 80s. No, I'm sorry, it was about 92, and ended up digging up this knife here. It's pretty old. It doesn't have a wood handle. It seems to be metal all the way through. I will clean this up when I get home, and we'll see what I have here. But okay, let's just keep looking. All right, so I'm getting a lot of targets here in this ground right here around this porch. I've dug up a couple. It's been junk. I thought about getting down with my pinpointer and just kind of sifting around, but I don't want to leave too much evidence that I was here. So I'm just going to look for the high numbers on my Nokta. 80s or higher is what I'm going to go for, I think. Or maybe 70 or higher. I did just dig up this ring. It's a metal ring. Don't know what it's to. Appears to be old. It's pretty corroded. I know this house was built in '64 according to the tax record, so it can't be super old, but I don't know what was here before this house. I don't know if you can see. We are literally right by the town square. There's the courthouse. Right there, that little minaret looking thing, that's the courthouse. That's the town square. This is a pretty old town. So there's no telling what could be in this yard. So I can't discount the age of the house, It doesn't necessarily mean there's nothing older here. So anyways, got a ring. Just gonna keep looking. I'm working my way back up and down this side of the yard now. Let's see what I find. Alright. Getting a hit in the lower to mid 70s right here. It's right under the surface. I'm gonna pop it up. See what I get. And what is it? Piece of aluminum or steel. I think it's a piece of steel, maybe, not sure. Nothing great, I'll tell you that. Okay, I'm sitting here on my butt. I'm just like scooting along, or like, not scooting, but I'm kind of scanning along the edge of this driveway here, and I got a hit right here. This thing was in the 50s, and I popped it out, and I see a little bit of gold here. I'm not too excited, but there's a little bit of gold, and or gold plate, and I think I know what this is. That is the back to a old pocket watch. That's exactly what that is. See that? I think it's a gold. It was gold plated. It's been rubbed off. It's gold plated pocket watch. A lot of these are gold filled. If you're not into pocket watches, there's something called gold filled, which is a little different than gold plating. Gold plating on metal is no more than usually a thousandth of an inch thick, whereas gold filled generally has to compose of at least 20% of the material's thickness, to my understanding. I see some gold on here, so I'm thinking this was plated. I don't think this was gold filled, but it's part of an old pocket watch, and I happen to collect pocket watches, so this could easily be 150 years old just sitting here. I have some pocket watches that are that old, so yeah, part of a pocket watch. I don't know if you can see the color. I'll show you when we get home. I'll clean it up and then we'll take a better look at it. Cool find. I was getting a hit that was bouncing around between the 70s and 90s, which isn't good behavior for a coin. Dug this little plug and popped out right here. I see there's a little coin right here. I don't know if you can see it. It is right there. Not sure what it is. It's just a modern quarter. It's an Arizona quarter. Sure was acting funny on the meter though. Yep, old quarter. Not old quarter. I mean, it's a 2008, I believe. Well, at least it's another quarter though. It's a good find. Always happy to find quarters. Alright, fill this hole. I'm going to finish my trek down the edge of this driveway. I might poke around in the back a little bit. She let me park back there, so my car's back there. Should be okay poking around. There's not much to look at back there. Alright, so I'm just going to keep looking. I'm going to finish this strip here. And then I'm going to scan this gravel driveway. I like these driveways because they'll hold coins forever. This gravel driveway could have been here for, 50 years. And coins could still be just sitting on the top. As a matter of fact, when I got out of my car, when I got here, there was a penny sitting on the top. So, it was from the 70s. So, yeah, there's no telling what could be here. I'm just going to look around. Okay. I was just digging, I just dug that quarter up right there. Rescanned my hole and I found this. I got another hit here. And I dug this little guy out. And if you're my age or older, you know what this is. This is the revolver of a cap gun. Could be from the 60s, could be from the 50s. Good find though. Brings back a lot of memories. Well, here's my finds. First of all, I'm very appreciative that lady gave me permission to hunt her yard. I can tell it's been hunted before. Whoever was there before me notched out just about, everything below 70, and they took all the coins for the most part. But I still got some good stuff here. Now what you see here is the reality of most hunts. You'll see people on YouTube that just constantly finding, a pound full of silver or gold, and they make it seem like this is the typical day for a treasure hunter, metal detector, hobbyist, or whatever. But the reality is this right here: a lot of junk, a lot of things that are worth nothing to most people. But this is pretty cool stuff. So I had the back of the pocket watch. There's just a little hint of gold on there, so this must have been gold plating at one point. Gold plated. It wasn't gold filled like I was saying. This pocket watch right here that I have is gold filled. It actually makes up 20%, I believe, of the thickness of the material itself. That's what it takes to be qualified as gold filled. This watch right here is it's probably about 150 years old, I believe. It works. I don't know if you can hear it, but it does work. So that would be an example of a gold filled watch. But basically, what you're seeing is the back of the watch right here. This guy right here. And I have this ring here. I found this ring. Not sure what it went to, but it's pretty old. When you see rings, a lot of times rings like this, you're going to think about 1800s because they had a lot of wagons and things like that back then still. And this town certainly had some. So I found this old ring. This could have been on the saddle of a horse or anything like that. Found this tumbler. I don't know if you can see the numbers, but it's got numbers around it. So this is a tumbler for a lock. Found the old cap gun piece. This little part right here is where the hinge was. This would hinge down, and then you would put your caps in the gun and close the cylinder back up. Found 2 quarters, but I seem to have lost one. Nothing special, just regular old quarters. A couple of modern pennies, and I found this knife. There's no way I can clean that up, so I'm not even going to bother. But it's still because it's rusted. So it's an old steel knife, iron knife or whatever. This wasn't from this hunt, but I just found it in my bag. There's an old keychain from Eldorado Chevrolet. Then I found this little flashlight. This is like the second one I found in the last couple of weeks, so it's always good to find flashlights. But yep, I'll use it if it works. Got to dry it out though, because I just washed it in the sink. But that's it. That's my finds for this hunt. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll bring you some more content soon. Thanks.